What's up, locker nuts? Oh my goodness, look at this rain. Look at the wind blowing this tree right here. It is it's nasty out. It's cold too. It's Saturday. We were supposed to be at the Deanza flea market today, but we got this. We've got some fun to do. I'm making money today, and if you're not sure what I'm talking about, what I'm referring to, our recent toy collection purchase. This was a private party deal. We paid $6,500, and we are finding some amazing stuff, and it's an immense, just huge, incredible collection. So there's gonna be a lot more stuff coming out, and we're having a ball. We barely tapped into it, but the last video we left off with this comic book box right here, and you see right here it says comic books, and it says somewhere else comic books, but ooh, guys, well, trust me, it says comic books in a number of places. This is a fantastic box. We went through about 10% of it yesterday and found a banger. And by banger, I mean this. I'm sure you could probably tell from the thumbnail. This collection is crazy. This is an Amazing Spider-Man 129. It's first appearance of the Punisher. Yeah, it's also first appearance of the Jackal, but the first appearance Punisher makes this just a super hot book. And this is really a grail right here. This is... I think it's about a 7.5 to 8, and I got my friend's input on that. He knows a lot about comics and the grades. 7.5 to 8. We might do a little better if it's pressed. That's not bad. This is a beautiful copy. I found one of these last year in a locker, but it is a very low grade. This is a pretty high grade. So I'm so happy. This is really exciting for me. This lit me up, but this is not the only good book in here. There's some others, but I realized that I was short on time. The video is getting long. This box deserves justice, so we're gonna go through this today with the rain. What a beautiful, awesome day to go through comics. Let's go. All right, guys, so we're gonna pull out a few books here that we already looked at yesterday, but that's okay, right? We'll look at them again because they're pretty. They're fun. These big ones right here, as I said in the last video, I do think they have some value, just not super good value. Might be $30 books there, I'm not sure. Inhumans #2, Marvel double feature. I don't think any of these are key issues. Some Conan, Avengers. But look at 20-cent books, right? 20 and 25-cent books. And we did see some 15-centers before too. I'm gonna try to sort these as best I can so it'll help me look them up. I do need to look some of these up. I might have some real bangers here right in front of us and I don't even know it. Okay, there's the Inhumans #1. So the story on this, just in case you haven't watched the last few videos, this toy collection came from the owner. Ooh, this is cool right here, huh? Supervillain Team Up #1. This is the same guy that we bought his toy collection last year, right when I was getting out of the hospital from my heart attack. It was all stored in a storage locker, so we basically bought the contents of the storage locker. We paid $7,500. This year we got a call from him. He is actually selling his house, downsizing, and wants his toy collection gone, taking up too much room, right? So Omega the Unknown #1, #2, #3. We looked at these yesterday, but this one's interesting to me right here. Marvel Tales Spider-Man. It's a 25 center, but it's a double size. This looks a little bit older. So this guy's had a large portion of this toy collection since he was younger, and has just been holding on to it for decades. Hasn't even looked at it in decades. And then here we go with the Spider-Mans. I put the Punisher one aside because it's just too valuable. I gotta protect it. Defenders right here. I don't think those are worth anything. But then a lot of the toys he just purchased recently. Crypt of Shadows #1. This is in really terrible shape, but I think that's got some potential. Avengers '91. That's in bad shape too, but still super cool. Iron Fist right here, #1. I think that one's worth, well, a few $100 in high grade. This is not high grade, but it's not bad. If I had to guess, and I would be guessing, I'd say maybe a 5 or 6. I don't know though. Yeah, so this time we paid $6,500. Most of the stuff sight unseen. We just looked at how many boxes there were, and he pointed out some of the key items, what he considered to be the key items. And we came up on a price of $6,500 for this portion. And then when I went to get the stuff, there's about a dozen high-end items that he pulled out, and by high-end I mean hundreds of dollars each. And some of the ones he promised us, some of the ones maybe we didn't talk about specifically. This is the first appearance of the Tarantula right here. That's worth a little bit of money, but there's a few other key books here that are worth a little more than that. I gotta look them up and refresh my memory. This is good stuff. A couple more Inhumans, #3 and 5. There's a Mad magazine. Oh, maybe in German. Wow, okay. We hadn't seen that yesterday, so we're getting a little deeper now. Marvel Tales, another old one there with Medusa. That's cool. I'm gonna run out of room. So perhaps because he pulled out some items and had said these are included, then went back and said, you know, I'm not ready to give these up, and I was totally cool with that. I totally understand. This is stuff that he is emotionally attached to, and I didn't want to push him. This is neat right here. Planet of the Apes #6. I don't think these have too much value. I'll look it up again. I think I've come across them once before. Not as much value as you'd think, but just super cool in my opinion. It's another Marvel Tales. No, that's the same one. There. Giant Size Avengers #1. I think I looked that up and I don't think it had too much value. No, maybe it was this one I looked at. Giant Size Captain America, that's what it was. And that didn't have too much value, but it is a good book. This is like a German version of the Fantastic Four right here. Marvel Double Feature. Marvel Double Feature #3. Another Avengers. Okay, now here's the Spider-Man books, including the Punisher, we found in a plastic bag like this. And that was a nice run of books. So what do we got here? Fantastic Four, King Size Annual, Giant Size. There's the Fantastic Four #54. It's in rough shape. King Size #5. No cover on that one. Marvel Collector's Item. So anyways, I'd mentioned to him before that I really like comic books, and if there's any way, you know, that if he had any comic books, if he could find some, you know, that's what I most am into. So he called me a couple days later and said, hey, I got some more stuff, because a lot of the items he said he just wasn't sure yet. He wanted time to think about it, and I was like, yeah, that's totally fine. So then he called me back, said there's some stuff I'm willing to let go. So I went back. He gave me maybe 4 items that were like the higher end stuff, and I'm talking about like Hot Toys and Sideshow, that kind of stuff, the higher end figurines. X-Men #90. That is interesting. Okay, guys. So anyway, before I get into that, so when I went back, like basically the third day, it took me 2 days to get the collection. Third day, he actually found this box of comics, and he said, this is my box of comics from when I was a kid. And he's like, it's yours if you want it. I was like, thank you so much. That's really nice. Didn't charge me extra for it, but he had held back some other stuff. So maybe he just thought that was a nice trade, and I was totally fine with it. We've got a super deal on it. I'm very happy with the stuff, so I wasn't sweating what he wanted to hold back on. But the only book he mentioned was the Inhumans #1. He's like, I think that one's worth some money, and I think it's worth $30, $50, I don't know, somewhere around there, but not crazy. This right here is so interesting to me, 187, because the Hulk I'm always after is 181. Of course, everyone's after that book, but to me, I especially want to get that. It's a tie to my childhood. I don't want to get, I've told that story many times, but I don't really want to get into it right now. Here's Inhumans #4. There's another foreign version of this right here. Interesting. Guardians of the Galaxy #29. This is a key book. Why is that? I think it's a key book. First appearance of somebody. We'll look it up. Here's the hardback book. There's some larger books. Okay, those are going to take up some space. I like the normal books, but I'm really hoping 181. Of course, I'm hoping it's in here. It'd be incredible if it was, but this guy has a lot of money, and he... I think he came from money, his family, and I think he's had this stuff the whole time. Nobody's ever picked through it. He doesn't have time to look at values. If there's ever a chance that I'm going to get that Hulk 181 in a box of comics, this could be it. Spectacular Spider-Man. 1975. This is really neat. There's another one, #1, 1974. Marvel Treasury Edition. There's Doctor Strange. And some more big ones. I want the normal ones. Come on. Hopefully we're not done. Thor, Justice League, Giant Superhero Holiday Grab Bag. These might have some value. Shazam. These are from the 70s. Here's another Captain American Falcon. It's not been handled very well in here. #181. Okay, there we go. Get these last big ones out, and we got some more interesting stuff below it. Tarzan, Fantastic Four, Giant Superhero Team Up. These are so neat. Hulk on the Rampage. Battle of the Century, Superman versus Spider-Man. That's cool because it's DC and Marvel. Back in the 70s, I didn't know they did crossovers like that. It's pretty cool, but come on, Superman's going to destroy him. That's not even a fair fight. Okay, another Planet of the Apes, #5. Planet of the Apes number 6. Wait, that's the same. We got 2 number 6s. Okay, guys, this is looking kind of good right here. This looks like it's mostly all comics left. Yes. Ooh. Uh-oh. Mark of the Man-Wolf. Oh, is that a first appearance Man-Wolf? I don't know. All right, Giant Size Avengers number 5. Oh, bummer. Missing the cover here. It's 1970. I'll put that aside for now. Superman and Batman. This is another German comic, I think. What's this? Flintstones? Another German. Another German or some foreign, and it's another one with not a glossy cover. It's a matte finish cover. Interesting. Maybe that's just how they did it over there. Oh, check this out, guys. This could be another run right here of Spider-Man. Look at, of all the books, that Punisher is in beautiful condition, because like this one is way lower grade. See all the damage on the spine right there? Oh man, 123, 122, 121. There's gonna be some good stuff in here. 120, 118, 116. Ooh, that's too bad. This one is rough. It's supposed to look ripped right there, but then it also is ripped right here. So 113, 112, 111. Oh geez, you guys, we'll go through these again later, but this is a fantastic. There's so many key issues in this stack right here. That's, I think, the first Battle of Hulk and Spider-Man or something like that. But this right here, I thought this was a good one. It is. This is the death of Gwen Stacy right here. Spider-Man actually accidentally snaps her neck, right? So not bad condition, not bad. And then this one right here, I'm sorry, this one in high grade goes for $900. So that's probably not a high grade, but it's probably not bad. It might need to get pressed. This one right here is the death of Green Goblin, and this one high grade is $450. That's pretty dang good. And this one, I was right. This is first appearance of Man-Wolf. High grade, this is $400. This is not high grade, but this is not bad either. Great, so good. Okay, here's some more Spider-Man. I'm assuming that you guys like comic books if you're watching this far, right? You must like comic books to some extent. 167, 161, 160, 159, 158, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51. What a great cover on that. Wow. 50, 49, 48, 47. Wait, isn't this first appearance Tarantula? That looks like the other one, but I think, no. It's not the first appearance, I don't think. I'm back, yeah, okay. It's a further, later appearance. 46, 45. This is first appearance of Gwen Stacy's clone. He's got 2 copies right here. We've had that one a few times. It's not a bad book. Okay. You guys having fun? I hope so. I'm having fun. I could do this all day. Alright, Master of Kung Fu. I think I might have Master of Kung Fu number 1 in that I got from another locker, another collection. There's a Man-Thing in that one. Cool. Just Giant Size number 1. Okay. I don't know. At this point, I'm not even making any sense with these piles. I don't know what I'm doing. Ooh, what's that? Tomb of Dracula. Ooh, Werewolf by Night. I like that. Werewolf by Night. Tomb of Dracula. Number 18. I'm gonna look that up real quick. It's a key book, but only worth $80 in high grade, which that's not. I'd say that's probably a $20 book, probably. It's the first time that Dracula and Werewolf by Night have battled, so it's cool. It's not super valuable. These Avengers I gotta look up. Ooh, Human Torch number 1. I've had that book before. That's cool. It's another German one right here. Oh! Oh! Okay. No way. This is like I think the only book we found that's like boarded and bagged. It's in a crusty old bag though, but I mean, besides like the big bunches of books put in a plastic bag, this is the only book, and this one is worthy. My goodness, I'm so scared of this. I'm gonna cut that tape off. This is making me nervous. This book is expensive right here. Okay, I'm just gonna cut that right off. I'm worried I'm going to stick that book, and I don't want to stick that book. So I also found this book recently in another locker, Star Wars number 1, and It's a pretty decent grade. This one is not as good as my other one. You can see there's creases here, a little crease. I think that can all be pressed out. Crease, crease, crease. Because I don't see any, well, hard to say. That one's kind of deep. Yeah, they won't get pressed out all together. But I don't think there's a color break, but maybe there is. I don't see, oh, there's a little color breaking spine tick right there. A little one right there. Nope, maybe not that one. Huh. Ooh, guys, this is a good book. Yeah, I'm just seeing if this is a reprint, and I do not think it is. This is an original right here. That is fan-stinking-tastic. Holy smokes. All right, well, that was probably way more talk about worth and grading than you guys cared to hear. That's not a proper board there. I keep my supplies right here because I do tend to work with comic books pretty often. I like to keep my supplies nice and handy. I gotta board this one up right this very second, though. That's an awesome book. Awesome. Okay. Oh man, guys, I'm so happy right now. This is good stuff. Have we found even a 30-cent book in here? Everything's 15 to 25 cents. Marvel Tales again. Star Wars number 3. That is also not a reprint. It's just not worth nearly as much as number 1. Werewolf by Night number 18. Champions number 1, I found that recently too. We sold it. We sell a lot of these books in... Ooh, what is this? We sell a lot of these books on our Whatnot, guys. If you haven't been coming to our Whatnot, you need to come to the Whatnot. We have some amazing comic book shows. I only put the best stuff. Most of what we sell there are key issues. We've sold probably 2 or 3 of these Gwen Stacy clone books already. I think this is a $60 book, but this one, let me go look this up real quick. And this one too, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. This is kind of interesting. Number 1. Frankenstein's monster? What? Huh. Alright, surprisingly, this is nothing special. It's from the 70s, but it's nothing special. It's Marvel Classic Comics too, but this one in high grade's like a $90 book, and that's not high grade, but I still think it's just super cool though. Alright, we're getting down to it, guys. Where's our Hulks? I want to see some Hulks in bags like this, but I'm not complaining. Look at this. We got some older Spider-Mans now. Yeah, that one starts at 111, so now we're getting to some older stuff. But this Marvel Tales right here, that might be something good. Some roughness in here. All right, let's see what we got. 110. Whew. 102. That's a bad shape. What? Look at this. Morbius, Lizard, and he's got his 6 arms in this one. This is an old book. It's in rough shape, though. Look at this, just tape. Just floating around. They got tape here. Oh, man. It's number 101. I just saw it. 101. Oh man, these are just terrible. I mean, it's better to have them in this condition than nothing at all, but number 99. Partial cover on that. Number 92. Number 91. Number 90. I think this is a good book. Number 74. We're getting some older stuff. Yeah, I was right. This is the death of Captain George Stacy. That's Gwen Stacy's dad. I thought I remembered this one. Not terribly expensive. I think $90 in high grade. That's a very low grade. This one's nothing special here, and it's low grade. Oh, come on, Thor. Oh, 178, guys. They're totally teasing us. Come on. Astonishing Tales featuring Deathlock. Spidey Super Stories number 2. Spidey Super Stories 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not that impressed with this stuff. 8, 9, 10, 11. Is there any value here? It's by the Electric Company. I think I had number 1 here before. This is worth a little bit. These are later issues. 2 through 13. Come on. Oh, guys. Oh, guys. Come on, 178. Dang. I was hoping to find a run, but nope. Thor. Strange Tales featuring Brother Voodoo. Black Goliath. Never heard of that. Adventures on the Planet of the Apes, number 1. Howard Duck, number 2. Champions, number 2. Captain Marvel. Savage Submariner. Fantastic Four. Fear, number 8. Dead of Night, number 3. Thing called A World's Unknown. Killdozer. Ooh, Journey into Mystery, number 1. That might be something special. Maybe. These old horror books can be quite good. Dang, this is it, guys. Golden Voyage of Sinbad, Dead of Night, Weird Wonder Tales, Marvel Tales. These old Marvel Tales might have some value. Come on, Hulk. Come on, Hulk. Ghost number 30. Metal Men number 4. Wow, 12-cent book right here. DC. Gunmaster, 12-cent. Boris Karloff, Tales of Mystery. Phantom Stranger. Some old stuff here. Batman number 254. Oh, man. Okay, well, we came really, really close to finding that Hulk today, but we found some really good other stuff. That's not bad. Another Planet of the Apes. Fangoria number 6. That's early. Fangoria number 15. Number 12. Those might have a little bit of value. And that's it, guys. 4 spades, but that's not worth nothing. Okay, let me do some research on this stuff, and I'll update you guys as to like where are the gems that I overlook. All right, and we'll look at values. All right, here's a fun fact. We pulled all these Master of Kung Fu's out. This one right here is Special Marvel Edition, and this is actually the second appearance of Shang-Chi. So unfortunately, we don't have number 15, but I actually found number 15 in a locker last year, and I'm gonna send that in for grading. So this one's worth about $300 in high grade. This is not a high grade, but it's probably medium grade. Still a great book. And then right after this 16, Special Marvel Edition ceases to be in print. It switches over to the Hands of Shang-Chi, which we pick up at 18, but the series technically starts at number 17. So we got some other stuff here. Nothing big money here. This was the best book of that little series. All right, guys, flash forward a little bit. I'm not speaking so well. I'm tired. This is a flea market day. I got up super early. I get up at 3:20 to get out to that Stockton market on time. And man, it's that makes for a long day. But I did have a light load. I didn't film it because the trailer was mostly full of stuff that my in-laws, they just moved, and stuff they just wanted to get gone out of the house. They're about to turn the house over to the new owners. So I cleared out a bunch of stuff like couch, and we had a workbench, just home furnishings, just this and that. And then I had some clothes from our stepdaughter and her husband. They're getting rid of a bunch of stuff. They give us a bunch of clothes. I didn't know what it was, or, I didn't even look through the bags. So we had some clothes to get rid of. And I just have to tell you a funny story. So, because I always talk about how cheap people are in Stockton, and it's sometimes surprisingly cheap. So, like I said, I didn't look at the clothes. The lady holds this up from a little bit afar. How much? And I didn't see it. I was helping another customer. I said $2. And then I saw her looking at it a little bit harder. And this is what it is. Disneyland. So when she opened it and was looking at it, I saw it from across. I'm like, ah, dang it. I should have looked at it. Disneyland piece, we should have asked at least $5, right? At least $5. So she looked it over, and I was like, should I tell her? No, on second thought, it's $5. And then I was like, nah, just let it go. And she actually looked at it and then dropped it on the pile of clothes and walked away. And I'm just like, okay. I went and grabbed it, threw it in the truck. I tell you guys all the time how people out there just expect things for almost nothing, and they really are trained to like not buy anything unless it's almost giving it away, or sometimes giving it away. And in this case, she didn't want this Disneyland sweatshirt for $2. A little short, and it is worn, but it's Disney brand sweatshirt. So anyways, I was talking about that for the rest of the day pretty much, because I'm just like, they won't even pay $2 for a Disneyland sweatshirt out here. My goodness. I mean, if you're going to ask how much it is, you're interested to some extent, but not enough to pay $2. That $1 is going to kill you. So anyways, have my buddy Chemo go through this comic collection. This is actually flash forwarding a little bit. We had a little bit out of sequence, but I want to show you what the best comics that we found in this collection. So first of all, we did have some comics without the covers, and this one is Amazing Spider-Man number 101, first appearance of Morbius. So great book. I actually found this book recently in one of the lockers, I think the Thieves Locker. But of course, it's either that or the garage sale buyout that I did, but of course it had a cover, right? This is like not even considered low grade, no cover, but it is 1971. Key book because that first appearance Morbius. Worth $1,300 in a high grade, which that is not, obviously. So, not too much to talk about there. All right, then we got Fantastic Four, king size number 5. And this is significant or a key issue because it's got the first Silver Surfer solo story. So where is that? Oh, right here probably. Yep, here, right here. First time the Silver Surfers had a solo storyline inside a comic book right here. So that's kind of significant. Makes that a key book, not a high grade copy, so it's not tremendously valuable. In a high grade, that's 190 bucks. Then here, Creatures on the Loose featuring Man-Wolf. This is number 30. This is the first solo story for Man-Wolf, and that is a key book. High grade on that's 90 bucks. This is not a high grade either, but it's not bad. It's much better than the other two. It's got a little chunk taken out right there, but still, I think a cool book. I just love the werewolf stories, those 70s werewolf stories. This right here, Hands of Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu. It's actually Special Marvel Edition. This is the second appearance of Shang-Chi. So I have the first appearance of Shang-Chi. That's number 15. We didn't have that in this collection, unfortunately, but still, high grade on this is about 300 bucks. And this is not high grade, but it's probably mid grade. It's just a cool book. Second appearance. And we got the old Iron Fist number 1. Not first appearance of Iron Fist, but it's his first comic book. High grade on this is like 315 bucks. Again, that's not a high grade. And if you can tell, my stack's not very big here. It's not very big here. There's 2 books that we didn't include in this stack, and then these 2, and I think we already talked about it earlier, but it has been some time. This one, of course, is the death of Gwen Stacy. Her neck snapped by accident by Spider-Man trying to save her, right? And that's actually a pretty good condition comic right there. I'd say that's not bad. Yeah, it's not good. I see some crinkling along the bottom. Maybe that can get pressed out. High grade, that's a $900 book. That's not a high grade, but that's got some value. That's a good book, hot book. And then this one's the death of the Green Goblin. It's amazing. They got 1, 2 in a sequence, 121, 122, another good book. But this one high grade, 450, and this is not as good a condition as this one, I think. But it's not bad. It's definitely mid grade, I think. All right, then this jumbo thing right here. These I think are kind of silly. We didn't think there was any value in the majority of these that we found, but this one a little bit. It does have a gash on the cover, which is unfortunate. This is significant because it's the first time that they did a crossover between DC and Marvel. This book right here, this big, goofy, oversized book, is the first time they did a crossover. So that makes that a key issue, surprisingly, and kind of neat. So a high grade copy on this one, which this is not, that gash would definitely eliminate it from the running for a high grade. 325 bucks. All right. And then we've come to those last 2. This Star Wars, I must say, is in pretty decent condition. Pretty decent. There's some stuff going on in it, like a little crease right there. Some fingernail, it looks like fingernail marks in there, and some of that might be able to get pressed out with this, and I will give this to a buddy of ours that was going to give it a pressing and see if we can get some of those imperfections taken out. Let's see some spine ticks, but it doesn't look like they're color break. But anyways, this is only $300 high grade, so not worth as much as these 2, but I think this one's got the cool factor. Me personally, I think this one's cool because of Star Wars, because it's number 1 and it's not a reprint. But this, yeah, I was really excited. I wanted to do this collection proper. That's why we started the new video on this, because this was such a great find. But this is still the winner by far, by a leap and bounds above. This we think is a 7.5 to an 8 in this condition. Maybe we can press that up to an 8 or an 8.5. Pretty dang good condition, not bad. Look at this, guys. Look what Camille just brought me. She brought me a boba tea. Thank you, Camille. Okinawa Pearl Tea.
You're welcome.
What do you have? Thai?
Thai iced tea, but it's blended.
Oh, that's a little different.
Yeah.
Nice. Camille's got one more day of school, and then she's off for school's out for summer. You know that song?
No.
No. Okay.
No idea. See ya.
Feel free to hang out and go through comic books with me. She's out of here. Okay. So this book, $2,700 for this high grade. I did see a video just recently. A guy had a 9.8, and I think he said it was worth $7,000 or $9,000. So they can push above that graded and very high grade. But I think this is $1,500 to $2,000 in this condition right here. So Great find. Great find. Keep in mind that we paid $6,500 for this entire toy collection. These are just a little bit of what's come out of that. And wait till you guys see the video games. You guys have seen just like a little bit of the video games in this collection, because I know we already dropped the first video in this series, and people are going crazy. I'm getting so many messages about buying this collection, and we have started selling it on Whatnot. All right, and just to let you guys know, we've decided to do like probably a special Whatnot. We do Whatnot auctions every Monday, right? Most of you know that, but we're thinking about doing a special auction for some of the like real bangers, the really rare and valuable video games. We're gonna do probably a show in the near future, probably 4 to 5 weeks from now, so we can have proper time to go through more of the collection, find those great games, and also to promote this show and really get hopefully some video game collectors, because we're finding amazing stuff, guys. We're finding video games worth over $1,000 for a game, one game, you know, and we're finding that kind of stuff, and we're finding lots of stuff worth hundreds of dollars each. So we will have a special show for this, you know, really rare stuff. I'll put on the screen down here below, or Brandon will put down on the screen below that date, because hopefully by the time this comes out, we'll have more committed to the date, or we might put like 2 dates that we're kind of flexing in between, but we'll have a show set up by the time this drops, so you guys go to our Whatnot and bookmark that show, because if you're into video games or you just want to see the fireworks, make sure you come to the show. It's going to be some amazing stuff, like really amazing. So this video, I thought it was going to go a lot longer, because we had that big box of comics, but it wound up being like a lot of bigger books in there, those big oversized books, like physical big books, not big money or big excitement, but big physical books, which kind of ate up the space in that box. It was being less to go through than we thought, and there was less thunder than I thought. So let me continue this with showing you a little bit of something different. These 6 boxes right here, and this banker box right here, is another collection that we picked up recently. This was actually my mom's friend gave us a tip on her neighbor who is moving out of state and had some comic books to get rid of. So I met up with them, and I looked through this stuff, and I see bulk. All right, if you guys are into comics, you can see what I'm looking at: Green Hornet, Azrael, Robin, Kato, Batman. I wasn't really seeing great stuff, and these aren't bagged or boarded. These are only partially. Most of this is bagged and boarded. So there's some Incredible Hulk right there. Yeah, that's kind of cool. It's a man thing. I'm gonna go through these more. Yeah, that's a reproduction of that iconic Hulk #1 cover. Toxic Avenger, I think there's Toxic Avenger #1 in here, and I think there's the whole set. There's definitely some interesting stuff in here, but when I went through it, I didn't see anything like super exciting. Oh, that's neat. Oh, that's a reproduction of the first appearance of Swamp Thing right there. Reproduction of House Secrets #92. That's cool. And then there's this box right here, which is like bigger stuff, hardback books, sealed like this, sealed brand new, some stuff sealed. There's some Frank Miller books in there, and a lot of Batman. The guy was really into Batman, and graphic novels, and etc. This stuff here is like comic review, some comic book magazines, but I didn't see anything too crazy in here, but I haven't actually looked these up. I haven't done too much. I want to look up those Frank Miller books. That's kind of cool. But this binder right here, and this stack right here, Chemo, thanks again to Chemo, he went through these boxes. He went through the boxes and identified what he thinks are the most expensive comics. So I'm excited to share that with you guys. So we had 7 boxes because I went through them, and I said, it looks like just bulk stuff. And he's like, yeah, I don't think there's anything too great in there. I told him, I said, well, here's what I've been doing with the couple collections that we bought over the past year or two. I said we paid $20 a short box for bulk stuff. And he says, yeah, that sounds fair. So I give him $140. He had pulled out, I think, 1.5 to 2 boxes of the higher end stuff and sent that into some service online that purchases comic books online. And I had never even heard of that before. So apparently he takes photos, sends it in. They give him a range. So they say it's between this price and this price. And I think it was like between $2,500 and $5,000 or something like that. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it was somewhere around there. That's the kind of numbers we're looking at. And they say, we'll give you that range. If you're accepting that, they send you a shipping label. You pack it up, you ship it to them. Then they look at them more closely and they look at condition. And then they get you a final offer. And then you can either accept it or you can say, no thanks, I'll have my comics back. In which case you have to pay for shipping to return. So they pay the shipping to go there. You pay to have it returned. Unless you take their offer, then they send you a check or a deposit or whatever. So I was like, dang, I wish you had told me that, because I would be interested in those books. I'll pay up for those kinds of books. Those sound like the better books, and that's what I want to find. Really like these kind of books, you know. These are the kind of books that I like. But I'm interested in buying just about any comics, right? So I told him, I said, hey, if they give you an offer and it's not up to what you wanted, give me a shot. Send me that list, send me the photos, and let me make a counter offer for you, you know. So that's still potential that might happen, but they moving out of state. I don't think they have too much time for that kind of stuff. I think he just wants the deal to be done. That's the impression I got. But let's look at this. Okay, we're going to put that guy aside for right this second. Some of you know what that is. We'll talk about that in just a second. These right here are Batman Adventures number 28, and I think it's number 16, which is the first appearance of Harley Quinn, and I found one of those not too long ago. I'm going to be sending it in to get graded pretty soon. But that book and this holiday special right here came out on the same day, both featuring Harley Quinn on the inside, so both are considered tied for 4th appearance of Harley Quinn, which makes them key issues. And I think this one's worth 25. I forget what this one's worth. It's probably 25 also. This one, we're also going to put that aside. All right, pretend you didn't see that. I probably should have put these in order. All right, this book, X-Force number 2, and dang it, this is the second appearance of Deadpool, which you would think is like, wow, big money right here. Special book, only $10 book. They must have mass produced them or something, because sure seems like that should have more value, more significance. It just doesn't. This one right here, Batman Forever movie adaptation. What's significant about this is it's signed out of 1500 by this Scott Hanna, and it does come with the COA on the back there. It's only worth like 15 bucks, but it's still kind of cool because it's signed by the artist. This one, Batman Chronicles number 1, is signed right there by, I don't know, it looks like J.U. Willis or something. 1,000 of those. Also with COA, signed by Lee Weeks. Lee Weeks, okay? Okay, I guess so. Batman Sword of Azrael. This is number 1. I think it's first appearance of Azrael. So I guess when Bane broke Batman's back, Azrael stepped in to protect Gotham or whatever. This is number 1. And not that much, maybe $10, but I just want to talk about the significance of that, why it's a key book. $10 books, not super expensive either. This one, Ghost Rider number 28, and this is the Rise of the Midnight Suns. This first appearance of the Midnight Suns, which is a team, Ghost Rider being one, Morbius, Blade, or a couple of the others. I think there's 9 of them. So that makes that a significant book, worth I think 25 bucks. This Batman Adventures is a 64-page special just called Mad Love. Not any numbers on this. This is the second appearance of Harley Quinn. $50 book right there. Pretty good. Okay, so we got some more G.I. Joes. We'll put those aside for the second being. This right here, Vengeance of Bane. Another 64-page special book. 2 copies. This one's got a little spine ticks. This one looks pretty good. But that's when... this is the first appearance of Bane. I got 2 copies. These are actually in high grade, about $100 per book, and these numbers I'm giving you are key collector, right? They're off a key collector. $100. This one is probably not going to be high grade, but maybe this one will be that. But got 2 copies, pretty decent values. Now let's take a peek in this book here. Look at this. So we got a COA to authenticate the Nightfall collection. Only 4,000 of these, signed by artist Norm Breyfogle. All right, so this is number 1056, and there's his name, signed number 1056. So we got Batman Nightfall number 492, Detective Comics number 659, Batman 493, and Detective Comics 660. All right, so we got the 4, I guess that's the Nightfall series. 3 of them signed because those are the 3 that this artist did. I don't know about value on these with the signatures. Without the signature, these are worth like $3 each, except for this one, I think is, wait. No, I think they're worth like $3 each. That's it. Yeah, so I don't know how much the signature adds, but that's just kind of neat. I don't know. A little bit neat. You guys like it? So these G.I. Joe books are interesting because this right here is the last in the series of G.I. Joe Real American Hero, 155. But some of these later ones, they became scarce because nobody was buying them. So they weren't printing very many, which makes them a little bit more rare and harder to find, hence the value. This one right here, 152, is worth more than 153 or 154. This is worth like $75 right there. And it's key issue only because of its scarcity. This is the final issue, also scarce. $180 according to Key Collector, but I think on eBay they're trading closer to $200. All right, this one right here is number 144. It's got the origin of Snake Eyes. I think it's the first time they told his backstory or something like that. That's what that makes that a key issue. I think it's 25 to 35 bucks. This one I thought was more valuable than it was. I remembered it incorrectly, but it's just another Turtles comic, and I think this one's worth 25 or 35 bucks also. First appearance of Leatherface or something like that, that guy there. This, however, here's our most valuable comic in this series, even though it comes close to the other one, that last issue of G.I. Joe. This one comes close to that. This is G.I. Joe Special, and he is a real American hero, isn't he? This is a reprint of another earlier G.I. Joe, but it's got interior art by Todd McFarlane, and then of course the cover, Todd McFarlane, and an homage to his Spider-Man cover. So super cool Snake Eyes on the cover there. This one, Key Collector has it at 260 or 270 or something like that. High grade. This looks like a high grade, and he had it in these Mylars. So, and I believe on eBay it's trading at over 200 bucks. So that's a fantastic find. All right, guys, that's going to do it. I hope that was enjoyable. We definitely had some fun books to look at, but not as many big money books. But that little collection I picked up, that's going to be a great investment, 140 bucks. You see that with just that little stack that I showed you there, we probably have, what, $600-700 minimum. High market value, right? I think $600 to $700 plus those boxes. And those are not junk, right? There's some other good stuff in there. There's a lot of $5-10 books. There's even $20-25 books that I just didn't pull out because they weren't key issue or they weren't noteworthy enough, or I just didn't think the story was cool enough to share with you guys. Really, that's it. But there's a lot of $20 to $25 books. And then in this collection right here from the Toy Collector, there's a lot of $20 to $25 books in that that was in that box. There's a lot of them. So these are all going to go into our Whatnot auctions in the future, and I think they're going to be a lot of fun. The bulk ones, the boxes over there, we'll probably go through, pick out what we're going to Whatnot, and the rest just let those go for bulk at some point. But anyways, I'm just saying, like, even though I only share with you guys maybe, I don't know, 20-25 books, there's a lot more that had decent value and a lot more key books. These are just the ones I picked out because I didn't want to go on forever about everything. But fun, right? Fun. So if you guys aren't already on our Whatnot auctions, make sure you swing by. If you haven't signed up for Whatnot, if you're new to the platform, make sure you use the link in this video for $15 in spending credits that you will receive for free by signing up with the link. But you got to use the link, all right? You got to click on that link. You got to sign up on that. Once you go there, sign up. Don't go off of there and come back later. Don't go to whatnot.com. You got to use the link so you get $15 spending credit for free. And what that means is the first $15 you spend on the platform is on them. It's free, just like they say, it's free. That's part of Whatnot's promotion. They offer it to us because we're a sponsored deal, which is why we're promoting them right now. But I don't just promote them because we're sponsored to do that. We promote them because we love the platform, and we sell tons of the items that we find in lockers in private collections like this on Whatnot. It's actually our number one revenue source, and we'll be sharing some of those numbers that we did on there in an upcoming video, so make sure you guys watch that. But also we sell the most, besides the flea market, we sell 90 to 95% of the lockers go to the flea market because it's junk. But of the good stuff that we find, most of that stuff gets sold on Whatnot. So that's where you want to go if you like these kinds of things that you see us pulling out. And almost everything starts at $1. So there's a lot of good deals to be had. There's a lot of good deals every night. Come join us. Have some fun. Use the link though, all right? Get that $15. Come on. What's wrong with you? Don't pass it up. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you don't like comics and you made it this far, congrats. Put in the chat, hey, I made it this far even though I don't like comics. I think this is funny. But don't worry. That's it for comics for a while. We got so many other great things, but the toys and the videos, games coming out of this thing is unbelievable. I promise you guys, even if you don't care at all about video games, it's going to be worth watching. It's going to be really exciting. All right, until then, good luck to you. God bless you. We'll see you next time here on Locker Nuts.